Hey Pisceans, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your February general reading here. So let's talk. I just came out of meditation for you guys, and I was taken right to a movie called, I feel like it's called Kubo. I don't remember it very well, but I was taken to a scene in that film. It's an animated film. I can't remember if it's DreamWorks or I think it was DreamWorks, Pixar, or someone. Anyway, Kubo and the Magic Strings or something. Anyway, I was taken to a scene in that film where there's a practice within Kubo's, people culture that they would go to this river on a certain night and I think I'm remembering this right, write out messages to their departed loved ones on the other side, their ancestors and ones who had passed over, put these messages in bottles and then send them down the river with these lights. And I saw that for the Piscean collective of like putting these messages in bottles and sending them down the river to honor loved ones and ancestors. But I feel like for some of you guys as well, that's also the past. There's an honoring or acknowledgement of the past, who you were, right? Before now. It feels very reverent. It feels very thoughtful, reminiscent, but reverent, most of all. So then, this is really cool. So after I saw y'all send these messages down the river, right? I saw you guys like lose several versions of yourself, but not in a bad way. It was like you shed them. It was like this, it was almost as if, and I'm not saying you're cursed, I do not believe in curses, y'all, but it was almost as if this like trope in a film where it's like the curse is lifted, like Beauty and the Beast, like the curse is lifted and it's like boom, and it's like this big power surge that happens, right? And I saw that power surge happen for you guys, and it removed several like outer layers, even energetic layers of who you were, realigned you and repurposed the energy. It's very peculiar, but in a really fascinating way. So then I saw you guys, after this happened, walking like you weighed like 1,000 pounds lighter, energetically speaking. And I saw you walk forward to this open field, and then I saw someone that you didn't know, but you felt like you known for like a long time. Do you ever meet someone and you're like, I feel like I've known you before now, right? That feeling, it's rare, by the way. That feeling where they come and it was like, hi. And then I saw an image of the Two of Cups flash in front of my eyes. Let's get into the cards. Like, that's what I saw and I'm living for it. Like, it was really beautiful and reverent and special. Let's see what's going on for you guys for February. Two of Cups is such a beautiful energy because it, ooh, Lord, flying all over the place. Hummingbird, romantic, romance. Hello. Guess what? Light as a feather, wings beat, 100 times a minute or something. Sweetness of life, nectar, balance with all the chakras shown here, rainbow realness. Stop, Pisceans. This is such a happy, positive energy. And it does speak of, just like hummingbirds are drawn to nectar and flowers, that's why it's also a symbol for romance, right? But what I was going to say about Two of Cups. Two of Cups, yes. I would say 7 times out of 10. 7 times out of 10, it does denote a romantic connection with someone that you feel like you've known before, that, the mirror effect in terms of, their strengths are your weaknesses are their strengths, which is just to say you're part of the same soul group and you're meeting up at this, very divine time because you have what the other needs, they have what you need, and so there's soul growth that can happen between you. That's what that is, okay? But, the other 3 times, Two of Cups is also just meeting up with people of your soul group and doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, where it's like, oh my God, where have you been? Oh my God, I feel like I could talk to you for hours. Oh my God, you see things the way I do. Oh my God, where have you been? So I love this. This is very much a sign of, reuniting with people, with feeling like you just are really light of heart. Also the hummingbird equates to kind of a Page of Swords energy as well, because this can be new ideas that come through. This is sort of the antidote to that watched pot never boil situation. It's sort of the antidote to the Eight of Swords. Or if the Eight of Swords is analysis paralysis and you're locked in a prison to which only you hold the key, yada, yada, yada. The hummingbird comes in and says, oh, but the Page of Swords, a new idea, a new solution, a proposal, an offer, a message, right? An energy outside of this one that you're currently locked in is available to you, right? If only you go and color for a while, if only you paint something, if only you take a long walk in the garden and no silence, if only you meditate, if only you know, listen to some beautiful music and dance around and shift your energy. That's where the hummingbird comes into play as a gift of that, right? Because what do they say? Like attracts like, right? Who's they? What do they mean when they say they? Okay. Woo! Let's see what's going on, Pisceans. The hummingbird is so, I love when a hummingbird comes up in a reading because it's always a sign of like there are very happy times and energies ahead for you, and I really love it. King of Wands, are you serious? Do you mean it? I love this so much for you. You know, King of Wands, remember the Wands rule the realm of actions. It's the actions that we take. Passion, desire, artistry, focus, right? King of Wands in its masculine form. Here's why I love King of Wands, okay? He's not my like #1 favorite king, but I do appreciate him for the following reason. He is really adept at perfect timing. He knows when to be still and when to move. And so because of that, he has endless reserves of energy because he never wastes time or energy. He is the king of perfect timing. I mean that, the king of perfect timing. He really, really is. So I love that this is coming up for you, and I love how it's shown here, right? With the, I think this is a Wolverine at rest here, right? And so it's really beautiful. I'm also really drawn to the fact that, remember when I saw in the meditation that there was a certain reverence to those who have passed on, and then you shed what felt like 1,000 pounds of energy, entered into a new energy, and then ended up aligning and being a magnet, an attractive magnet for the sweeter aspects of life and those with whom you're going to share a very special bond with, whether that be romantic or platonic or work or whatever have you, right? I love that King of Wands is coming in here because this is also saying to me that you're entering into an understanding and a knowing and a mastery of the truth that what is yours will not pass you by. It may take longer to get to you if you have some Eight of Swords stuff to work through, if you need to be a hermit for a while, if you need to XYZ ABC, learn other lessons or repeat some patterns or be Sisyphus rolling that rock up the hill only to watch it roll down again, it doesn't matter. What's yours will not pass you by. It may take a few laps round the track till you're ready. But this is showing that it's that point of possibility where the timing is now. And this is such a beautiful energy around this. It really, really is. Oh, this is also very receptive energy as well. Really beautiful. All right. I'm just gonna... Yeah, did you ever hear someone say like, oh my God, and it just landed in my lap. Oh my God, it just like, I was discovered, and then I just like, oh my God, it just happened this way. Oh my God, they just like messaged me out of nowhere. That's like King of Wands magic. That's like the natural manifesting that happens when you just trust and know that whatever is yours is gonna come to you because you're riding the flow of life. You're riding the flow of effortlessness, abundance, which means you're not doing the most or worrying about when or if it's gonna show up or how. The Hermit. Remember when I said, if you need to be a hermit, that's all right. It'll still come to you in its own good and divine time. You know, I really love this because the Hermit, the Virgo energy first evolves, right? The Hermit is very much about, right, going inward for inspiration, insight, illumination, and guidance and perspective and all the things that make the world go round, right? Traditionally, the Hermit holds a lantern, and within that lantern is the star from the star key. So I like that this is coming up for you, especially in relationship to it being Aquarius season. So whatever season it is, you have the, access to the energy at hand, which is Aquarian energy, which is about evolution, insights, big ideas, humanitarianism, invention, inspiration, divine hope, love, and stardom, right? Which is really beautiful. I feel like you're locking onto something here within the month of February. I feel like there's a clarity that comes where it's either you see something that wasn't there before, you see something in a new light, or you were able to heal some aspect of yourself for the past, where you're able to beautifully send it on down the river. It's this Hermit time for you feels incredibly productive. Now, let's talk about the difference, because there's a light and dark to everything. Let's talk about the difference between taking the Hermit position and it being not productive, and taking the Hermit position and it being productive, right? So the Hermit position, when it's not productive, is more an aspect of like the Hermit in reverse, where it's like I'm hiding away from the world. I'm choosing not to participate in my own life, right? I am tapping out, I'm done, I don't know how long it'll last, but that's it. Sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes that comes out of a survival instinct because your soul is tired and your soul's like, hey, do this, you're close to burning out, go and like build up the fuel, right? Fine, beautiful. Absolutely, like sometimes that is really, really needed, okay? Especially for my empaths out there, which a lot of Pisceans are empaths, I've noticed in my work. The light side of Hermit energy is that I am actively seeking information and inspiration, right? I'm actively meditating. I am actively journaling. I am actively asking questions, right? Either way, this is a beautiful energy for you to work with during Aquarius season, because Aquarius season is about asking the right questions. Beautiful. Oh, look who's on the bottom, sneaking around like a sneaker. 8 of Swords, lurking and lurks. Tea break. I love a good English breakfast, honey, with some unsweetened vanilla almond milk. Ooh, Lord. 6 of Swords. Stop. I love this so much. I saw the river in your opening meditation. Let's talk about this. This is my favorite Swords key. I guess it's not that surprising. The Swords suit is a bit tricky, but it's all right. And you know the Page of Swords energy with the hummingbird here. So 6 of Swords is about complete mental release, mental clarity, and trust. So you see this sugar glider here, right? This sugar glider is flying through the air, complete trust fall, trusting that it's going to land on the handle every time and not the blade. Belly exposed. It's like I just know that I'm not going to land on the blade. I'm going to land on the handle. So this is like a complete trust fall. This is complete trust that you're going to land exactly where you're meant to be, along the river of flow, because the path of least resistance is being on the river of flow, right? I like how this is storyboarding, because you're going from a place of discernment about going, I know when to be still, and I know when to move, and I know what's mine, and I know what's not. What's mine will not pass me by. I'm assuming a Hermit position. I'm cleaning house. I'm looking at myself in a new way. I'm looking at my past. I'm looking at what I want for my future. I'm tending to matters of the home. I'm working on my actual physical home. I'm working on my physical body or my mental body or my spiritual body or emotional health and wealth. But I am cleaning house and tending to my affairs, right? I'm asking the questions, which leads to freeing me up to where I feel completely recharged and invigorated, do a trust fall of life, go along that river of flow and trust and faith. And because of this, I feel completely free. Freedom does not lie in knowing exactly how things are going to work out. Freedom lies in knowing that no matter how things work out, all is well. Truth. So I got this new deck that I'm about to use for clarifiers, and it reminds me so much of you, of Pisceans. So it's called the Mermaid Tarot by Leeza Robertson, which is the same lady who makes the animal totem. I'm so obsessed with this deck, and every time I use it, I just think it's so Piscean energy, I have to say. And not just like water energy, because I don't feel that way about the Cancers and the Scorpios. I feel like it's very Piscean, I guess because you guys are the fish and the moon and everything, but it really reminds me of you guys. Okay. Yeah! Oh my God. 6 of Cups. Look at the frolicking and the fins. 6 of Cups with the King of Wands. I'm obsessed to death with this because the 6 of Cups is about nostalgia in the past. remember when I said that I saw you sending things down the river and sending blessings to the ancestors and everything that came before? Then I saw you shedding old aspects of yourself and then lining up with like a Two of Cups situation. Hi. I feel like this is releasing with love. That's what I feel like this is. Releasing with love. Releasing the aspects of you that have served you, but no longer have a place in where you're going. And releasing the aspects of you and sending love to the aspects of you that were born out of fear and pain and trauma. And releasing them as well. Aww. I love it. Look at the little fish in the cups. I love it. Okay. Oh, so good. Okay, the Hermit. You know, oh God, yes. That's really interesting. Do you see how these two people here have the two cups? That's kind of like what I saw in the meditation, where it was like two people kind of reaching out to take hands. Interesting. Anyway, 10 of Cups, y'all, and that's what it is. I told you. So I love that it's clarifying the Hermit, because 10 of Cups is complete emotional fulfillment. It's alignment. It's rainbows. So in the traditional deck, the 10 of Cups has a rainbow, which is kind of mirrored by this arc here, and which is mirrored by the rainbow and the hummingbird. Beep, 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 beep. I love this so much. So interesting. Remember when we said that the Hermit was about asking the right questions and going inside for answers and attending to your, you know, your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical health, maybe even tending to matters of your actual home and making it a place that's conducive to, you know, high vibration and energy and alignment and the feel goods and all that good stuff. And then we have the 10 of Cups. By doing this, you are allowing yourself to be a vibrational match to your 10 of Cups. Preach and testify. That's what this is. You're doing the work. You're going inside to align yourself in just the right way. Because 10 of Cups is so, 10 of Cups is like, okay, I feel called to talk about this. Let's talk about the difference between the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Let's just talk about this. 2 of Cups is a beautiful feeling that is shared between 2 people. Okay? Shared between 2 people. 10 of Cups is the kind of feeling that can be shared within a community because it emanates from you and your connection. It's a family that is born of the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups can support a family unit. 10 of Cups can support a community, right? 10 of Cups is born out of complete alignment, as in the Roy G. Biv with the rainbow and the chakra system, right? So this is like, this is the epitome of Cups in terms of partnership, right? And community. It's like, I'm getting this feeling like you're coming out of this Hermit, where this Hermit is leading you to. It's not just 1 cup with the Ace, it's not just 2, it's all 10 cups. It's like you are filling your cup up to the point where it's enough for 10. And it overflows. And you have enough to feed the people. And it's really, really beautiful. It is so beautiful. Pisceans, work it out. And again with all the fish, I love it. 6 of Swords. Queen of Swords, darlings, Queen of Swords. Okay, let's talk. I really like this. So Queen of Swords, so more air energy here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but of course. So I quite like this because this is a freedom and a trust fall and a complete mental release, right? But I feel like the Queen of Swords is also coming in to say, post-Hermit, there's going to be this aspect of you that has a very high discernment. Why? Because you have cut and released anything of obligation or anything that was clouding your perspective or clear sight, right? Let me tell you something about Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords never has regrets, ever. She doesn't have regrets. Queen of Cups, yes, yes. Queen of Pentacles, less so. Queen of Wands, okay, yeah, sometimes. She can be a bit fiery, a little impulsive. Queen of Swords, 0 regrets. Now, she can be cold as ice, right? Which is not one of her, you know, better features, I would say. But the great part about Queen of Swords when she comes up for you is you are going to be a decision-making magnet. You are going to be a discernment machine, right? Which is really beautiful, which means you know exactly what is for you and what isn't. You have quite literally cut away anything that has been holding you back or subconsciously affecting your decision-making or how you see yourself or your situation, right? This is Queen of Swords with Six of Swords. You are your own ship. You are your own source of comfort and insight. This is like such a beautifully independent energy, which frees you up, which is actually making sense. Because I saw the Two of Cups in your meditation, and we had the romantic aspect with the hummingbird, and we had the Ten of Cups, which is happy home and family and emotional fulfillment. So I love this because this is how you get to Two of Cups. This is the recipe. Okay, how we get Two of Cups, we throw in Six of Swords, which is about not worrying about when and how it's going to show up. We have complete mental freedom and release and trust, which flows up the energy of love or partner manifestation to flow towards us, brills. Then we throw in some Queen of Swords, which gifts us with high discernment so that we are able to know pretty immediately who's a good match for us and who is not. Right? This is how you get to Two of Cups. This is how you get to Two of Cups. And again, if you are already in a partnership that you're like, oh, I got my Two of Cups, I'm feeling good, what like, then that Two of Cups for you is very likely your relationship to yourself, which is also another aspect of Two of Cups, right? Or your relationship to what you love to do. What do you love to, because it doesn't have to do with love, but it could be self-love, it could be partner love, it could be your relationship to what you do. Do you love what you do? And I'll let you in on something. That is very much a theme of, you know, what we came out of last year and are taking into this one. Do you love what you do? Are you leaving the world better than how you found it? Does that matter to you? If not, why? Right? Also, if you don't love what you do, why are you doing something you don't love to do? Is it fear that you won't find something that actually pays you what you're worth and that you also love to do? Where are you coming from obligation? Where are you coming from a sort of, you know, maybe even slightly hidden or disguised belief system that says, I can't do better than what I'm doing, or I can't manifest more than what I have, right? It's time to really be clear about, you know, those aspects of yourself, which is beautiful with the Hermit energy, that you have that available to you, right? But this is beautiful. And overall, at the end of the day, regardless of how this resonates, Hummingbird is about attracting a lot of good to you, you being a magnet for those things, feeling light as a feather, feeling that kind of energy of like anything is possible. Hummingbird also kind of harkens back to Six of Cups energy as well, in the sense that, you know, it's the energy that we embodied as children before we knew pain or hurt or before the world got its hands on us, right? And we put walls up and guards up, right? This is such a beautiful, beautiful energy. It does feel like a process. It does feel like it's steps, right? But I do feel like, just going back momentarily, I do feel like part of the Hermit with the Ten of Cups is you locking your eyes, you setting your sights on exactly what your Ten of Cups is. And in doing so, it allows you to not just recognize it when there's potential for it, but it allows you to carve a groove, right, into the potentiality moving forward. You're carving a groove for it, right? And then you're taking a trust fall, leap of faith, right? This is so beautiful, Pisceans. It really, really is. Let's go on and get Oracle. Are you as obsessed with this deck as I am for you? I really, really am. Don't worry, I'll put it in the description. I don't know the author, by the way, so this is not like a plug. I just really am obsessed with her work. I really, really am. Really obsessed. Okay. Sending sweetness and reverence to the past frees up your future. Just heard that. All right. What's going on? Oracle for my beautiful Pisceans. For my gods and goddesses of the moon. Oh my God, stop! I literally, oceans Oceans. What have we've been deep in the ocean this whole time. Oceans, and then it says bravery. What were we talking about with the trust fall? Okay, Pisces, I can't. I'm on top of the world. Remember when I said that it's really not about knowing exactly how things are going to happen or in what time or in what way. It's just trusting that whatever happens, it all is well. That is like what it is, y'all. That is what it is. Oceans, bravery. You know, oceans, the ocean is also a symbol for the unknown and for the collective subconscious as well. But I'm more drawn to the unknown aspect of it, right? This is forging ahead, not necessarily. You might find yourself in such a beautiful place of contentedness that you do not feel the need to know exactly how things are going to play out. You may not even want to know because you don't want to ruin the surprise. That is alignment, right? Well, it's an aspect of alignment anyway. Really beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. My beautiful Pisceans, I mean... This is what it is. I love this for you. This is your February general reading. I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please do let me know in the comments below. Happy almost birthday season. We are in Aquarius season. I know y'all's is next. And with that being said, I'm sending you so many blessings. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.